Good morning, guys. Welcome back. We're to the channel. In today's video, we're taking the 6.0 on its first drive since everything's been done. I just paid insurance on the truck over the phone. So we're good on insurance. I paid for 6 months of insurance, and I put maybe 400 miles on the truck in the last 6 months. But nonetheless, in this whole deal here, 400 bucks or a couple $100 is pretty cheap. So insurance paid on everything, so that's nice. But I gotta take this thing. We're gonna fill it up with fuel. I've been driving it around. Got the coolant, I think, where it needs to be. Everything seems to be good. So I haven't drove it very far. That's what I'm getting at here. But I'm gonna take her on her first drive, and we're gonna see what it does, and we will go from there. All right. So one thing I will mention with the truck, you can see our gauges here. 4-degree delta, almost 5. Pretty nice. But one thing I will say is you can also see it in the RPM gauge here. The truck runs a lot smoother than it did without the H-pop and all that stuff with the stock parts in it, which is very nice. It's also pretty snappy, which is also pretty nice. So it also seems to run kind of quieter, which is also nice, because that kind of tells me that the truck is happier, if you will. So like I said, I'm gonna take this thing for a little drive, put some miles on her, and well, I guess our first stop is going to be diesel. But that's not no problem. So we'll stop somewhere, we'll fill this thing up with fuel, and let's see how she does. All right, y'all. So as you can see, we made it back to the house. We put 45 miles on the truck now, almost. Filled the thing up with fuel. But truck did fantastic. So no issues, it ran great. Pulled it up here, shut it off. Now it did have to build a second with the pressure, and then it started right up. So it seems to be happy. Actually, well, let's shut it off here. Go for immediate hot start. Let's see what it does. So it'll probably have to build pressure again. So it's kind of to be expected, but just like that. That's what it did a minute ago. So we're actually going to take this. My grandpa's going to drive his truck, because I am going to go cruise for a little bit after. But we're going to go eat here in just a moment. So anyway, that's that. Now, ABS light did come on. I don't remember which one it is. It's the same reason the one in the 300 comes on. One of my front wheel speed sensors, the plug itself, the pins are a little loose in it. Like I said, it's the same thing that's in the 300. So that's just kind of that. But nonetheless, the truck seems to be happy. Still running nice and smooth, as you can hear and probably see. The stuff's not bouncing all around and everything like that. Thing sounds great. So I mean, obviously I didn't beat on it or anything like that, because what do you think, this pump's only got 200 miles on it maybe. So we got to kind of break things in and whatnot. So like I said, we're gonna take this about an hour away to go eat. Well, I'm driving this, he's driving that. But we're gonna put some miles on this, and then, like I said, from there, I'm gonna drive this, you know, just kind of cruise it a little bit, and put some more miles on it. But I just checked for leaks, and even though we're missing one valve cover bolt, we have no leaks on anything. Coolant looks fine, no leaks there, no oil leaks, no fuel leaks, no nothing. So, very, very happy about all of that. But, like I said, we do have that ABS light. Again, it's the same issue we have in the 300. So I'll have to take the hook scanner up to it, and figure out what side it is. I don't remember what side it is. This one is opposite of the 300, and I don't remember what side that one is either. I get them, mixed up. But like I said, I mean, truck seems to do great. Fuel mileage is pretty good. So I will keep y'all updated on all that kind of stuff with the fuel mileage, because the Thumper 2 is supposed to give you better fuel mileage and all that kind of thing. So I will keep y'all updated on that. But anyway, I'm gonna shut this thing back off, and again, like I said, here in a little bit we're gonna go eat. So that'll put some more miles on this, and we're gonna cruise this thing for a little bit. Well, I guess me and y'all, we're gonna cruise this thing for a little bit, and we're gonna see how she does. But anyway, I'm gonna go in here and get cleaned up, put some different clothes on probably, and I'll catch y'all here in just a little bit. All right, y'all. So stopped at the shop, put some stuff in there out of the back. Had some stuff rolling around back there, but nonetheless, as you can see, we have made it back. And I have put 236.2 miles on this thing, and well, it's still doing fantastic. I would have kept driving, but I have a headache from the tires, because the front two are scooped pretty badly, and they have gotten very loud. So I have a massive headache, and then from this thing, because I have light sensitive eyes, and that thing is bright. But neither here nor there. The truck did great, no issues. For anybody curious, at one point we were just cruising along, had the cruise set on this thing, and I was getting almost 31 miles a gallon, which is absolutely wild, cruising at 55. But anyway, guys, we're back. So I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow when I hopefully don't have such a headache, and well, we'll talk a little more about the old 6.0 here. All right, y'all. So it's not the next day; it's the day after. Yesterday was a busy day, so kind of here, there, and everywhere. But nonetheless, you can tell, truck has been sitting here. It's cold. So let's see if we can get a cold start out of her. Like I said, yesterday was a long day. Ended up in Missouri, did some stuff up there. I got back at 1 o'clock this morning, and it's currently 7 o'clock. I have a bunch of stuff to do today, so it's a busy Sunday, but nonetheless, can't complain about busy, right? Oh, you can hear the starter. I don't know what this is about. Did this the other day. Like I said, I think it's still got some air in it. So did this the other day. I don't know. Like I said, I think it's still got a bunch of air in it. But nonetheless, there we have it. So, give me just a second. We'll get back in the truck, and we'll go from there. All right. So, like I said, that whole startup thing is the same thing I did the other day when it was cold. So I don't know what's I figure it's got some air in it. I don't know, but I'm gonna send probably this video to Matt over at Blessed, get his opinion on it. No, like I said, I figure there's probably some air in it. Put 236.2 miles on it since everything's been, you know, kind of done. So, but to think, there's the injector has been, the back injector has been cleaned. They re-O-ringed it. It also got a new upper O-ring. Well, that's what I'm talking about. They didn't, I don't think they replaced the rest of the O-rings. They just replaced the top O-ring. So that has been out to Florida and back. The rail has been out and completely drained. New standpipes and dummy plugs on both sides. It had a high pressure oil leak when we tore it apart. The oil cooler was out. The fuel system was apart for the fuel bowl delete. So there was a lot of stuff out in more or less every system as far as fluids goes, except for brakes and power steering was apart. So thing sounds good. You can hear it. So things seems to be doing fine. Started right up, which is nice. It did that whole little thing that it did. Like I said, that's the same thing it did the other day. So you could let it do what it did, and then you can let off of it, hit the key again, and it started right up. So like I said, same thing it did the other day. So I'm going to talk to Matt over. Well, the camera ran out of storage. And amongst deleting stuff out of the camera, I decided I needed to go, and I forgot to finish filming. So here we are, a couple hours later, but we're back. So I'll be happy to tell you the truck fires right up on a hot start, which is nice. But regardless, I have, like I said, I have a ton to do today. So, as you can see, the white truck sitting on a flat, 300 sitting on a flat. This tire leaks down. I think the valve stem is leaky. And then, I guess I picked up a nail or something in this one the other day. So, I gotta pull that off one day this week. Take a look at that. But, I have 3 sets of taillights to open today. A set of headlights. I have to drill and cut the bezels for the wiring, or for the wiring, because those are getting sequentials before they get painted. So a set just like these. I need to build another set for this thing, but doing the sequential stripping here, so gotta tuck the wiring before those get painted. So I gotta do that, and I have about 10 different decals and whatnot to make today. So gonna kind of be here, there, and everywhere, but nonetheless, the truck seems to be happy, so that's nice. But anyway, guys, that's gonna be a wrap for this one. So if y'all enjoyed today's video or find it helpful, please drop a like and comment down below. Smash that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope everybody has a great day.